suits, we go say hi to Xiangling first. Huh? Xiangling? What a pleasant surprise meeting you here!
Oh? Why, the pleasure is all mine, as is the surprise, surely. It must be fate that brings us together in this place. How have you fared as of late? I sense you are older and wiser than the last time we met. It seems your travels continue to yield valuable insights. You are too kind.
So, Xiangling, are you here to listen to stories over tea again?
I had originally planned to set out after this last round of tea. However, I had planned to take a walk to Qingse village and gather some nascent bamboo shoots, which are currently in season.
Huh? Nascent bamboo shoots? Why can't you just use normal bamboo shoots instead? Wait, Paimon knows, because Xiangling prefers the finer things in life, right? Okay, Mr. Particular, let me guess. Ahem. The nascent bamboo shoot has a uniquely tender texture and a delicate sweet taste that its normal cousin cannot match.
An astute observation, Paimon. You know me well indeed. Lantern Rite is almost upon us, but besides the bamboo shoots, there are a few other items I have not yet procured from Director Hu's list. May I ask if you have already made arrangements?
Well, we were planning to use the opportunity to say hi to some of our friends, but before we were able to figure out a schedule, we ran into you.
Well then, might I invite you to imagine the sheer delight that is a soup cooked with the freshest nascent bamboo shoots in all the land.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Paimon's onto your plan. You just want to hoodwink us into fetching your bamboo for you.
Why, I assure you, I would do no such thing. I merely wish to inform you of the freshest, most succulent and flavorful bamboo shoot.
Ugh. Let's go, Traveler. Paimon's taste buds can't take it anymore. Collecting a few bamboo shoots shouldn't take too long. Paimon has got to get her hands on some of that soup.
Such fine specimens are indeed well worth the excursion. Very well.
Paimon knew he was just bamboozling us.
However, there is no need to rush. The streets of Liu will be bustling with visitors and filled with all manner. The nascent bamboo shoots would be but a wonderful final touch to a most exceptional feast. What an
We're heading out. Enjoy your walk, Younglee.
Take care now, you two.
Bamboo shoot, nascent bamboo shoot. Oh, this one's only just sprouted, and it looks super fresh. Paimon thinks this is the one. These should be enough. Let's head back.
Help! Help!
Did you hear that? Someone's calling for help. It's coming from over there. Are you okay? Did any water go down the wrong pipe?
I think I'm okay now.
That was scary. Well, at least you're all right. All thanks to your savior here. Oh, greetings, everyone. My name is Yao Yao. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Whoa, she's so well-mannered. My name's Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
I'm Dvorak, a musician from Fontaine. I came through Stone Gate intending to head towards Liyue Harbor, but then I became captivated by the beautiful scenery. Just now I was so mesmerized by the waterfall that I slipped and fell into the water. If it weren't for Miss Yao Yao's help, I shudder to think.
It's all right, Mr. Dvorak. The splashing around the bottom of the waterfall means the stone path is always wet and slippy. You definitely have to be careful. Next time you're exploring an unfamiliar environment, try to focus on what's right in front of you. As long as you watch your step, accidents like this won't happen anymore.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. I'll remember to be more careful next time.
Oh, are you hungry, sir?
Oh, I'll be fine.
Please, sir, it's quite all right. I was born and raised here in Liyue. It's only I expect you still have quite a long journey ahead of you. It's very important to keep your energy levels up. I still have some lotus flower crisps left in my backpack. Why don't we split them between the four of us? Aw, what a thoughtful kid! She even has some for Paimon! You're welcome. Mmm, so tasty. If only there were more. Having a healthy appetite is a good thing. It means Paimon's still growing. Hope you're taking notes, traveler. This is how you treat your Paimon. What do you think, sir? Are Liyue snacks to your taste? I wonder if...
No, they're perfect. When I was traveling through Mondstadt, I had a chance to try one of their moon pies. It had a meat filling, unlike these crisps. But apart from that, it seems like they follow a similar cooking process. As for Fontaine's cooking, though, it's been a long time since I've had a taste of home.
Sounds like you spend a lot of time on the road, huh?
I do. It's part of my job. I'm one of the main organizers of the Iridescence Tour.
Iridescence Tour?
The Iridescence Tour is one of the biggest music festivals in Fontaine. We're looking to expand, though. Our aim is to hold a festival in every nation. At least, all the main organizers share this goal. Unfortunately, it's a long story, so I'll spare you the details. But anyway, so the main reason I'm traveling all around Tavad is to promote our music festivals. But I have some personal reasons.
Well, what are they? Just tell us already.
Let me see. Well, to explain it in full, I'd have to start with a story from my ancestors.
Oh, I love listening to... We want to hear it too.
Okay, then I'll start from the beginning. The story goes that my ancestor, who was also a traveler, once slipped and fell into a lake during his travels. As he was sinking and gasping for breath, he heard a wondrous tune in the air. They say it was the most beautiful, moving melody he had ever heard. Even in that life and death moment, the ethereal music seized his full attention and almost made him forget the fact that he was drowning. When he finally came to, he found that he had already been brought ashore. Not too far from him stood an unfamiliar woman with an almost divine aura. Once she saw that he was no longer in danger, she left without a word. My ancestor tried to run after her to give his thanks, but although a mere dozen paces separated them, no matter how quickly he gave chase, he drew. In the end, all he could do was to bow in thanks to the woman as he watched her walk away towards the rivers and mountains in the distance, before at last he turned around. Once he returned to Fontaine, he began to learn an instrument so that he could spread his story far and wide, just like the... After generations of retelling, embellishing, and dramatizing, people have come to think of that lady as something like a fairy. The story's become something of a local legend in Fontaine. It's called The Lady Overlooking the Lake. People now say that if you go down to the lakeside and play an instrument, so long as you play a pleasing melody, you will hear a fairy lady who is hiding out of sight, playing.
Wow!
Well, yes. As it stands now, it's become a touch too romantic and detached from reality. But I understand the original story and its historical grounding better than anyone else. I wanted to find out the truth of this tale. So I decided to retrace my ancestors' steps and search for that lady's modern-day descendants. Of course, there's no way of knowing where my ancestor fell into the lake all those years ago, so I always knew that the search would be akin to looking for a needle in a haystack. I've spent many years on the road now, and I'm nowhere near as fit as I was in my youth. The wish that I've spent half my life chasing after has now become something of an obsession.
Well, I haven't lived half of my life yet, but still, I understand how you must feel. Paimon too! It's like... imagine if you saved the center of a lotus flower crisp, which is the best part, by the way, because you wanted to eat it another day. But then suddenly, sploosh! It falls into the water, never to be seen again! Paimon would definitely remember that for the rest of her life.
There's no need to feel sorry for me. I've made some progress over the years. For example...
Oh, so you finally found a lead?
Yes, in fact, that's an intriguing story in and of itself. I'd always known that Mondstadt is the city of song and freedom. But more recently, I heard that the Animal Archon returned to Mondstadt, so I prayed for the Animal Archon's guidance in the Mondstadt Cathedral. And as soon as I set foot back outside the front gate, a friendly local told me that this meant the wind was guiding me in the direction of Liyue. So I followed their advice and made my way here. Right? You get it. I knew I'd find someone that agrees with me.
Are you sure? It sounds a bit too much like one of those fake legends told by those treasure hoarder guys to... Rex Lapis has returned to the world! Just give me some incense and a little mora towards the travel fees, and I will pass your gift on to the Lord of Geo. And don't worry, Yao Yao. We have a lot of experience with deciphering omens and stuff. And anyway, you only got scammed if you handed over mora, right?
Actually, to express my gratitude, I did spend rather a lot of mora on some...
Oh dear. Well, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? Why don't I don't know very many people, so I can't help you out much. But Miss Ganyu if you've been scammed, they'll help you get your mora back. And if the wind...
But you've already helped me so much.
Well, I was gonna take some new medicinal herbs and plants I picked to Miss Ganyu anyway, so it... You know what? It's been a minute since we saw Ganyu too. It should be nice to pay her a visit before Lantern, right?
All right. Well, my sincere thanks to you all.
Okay, everyone. Please follow me. I'll be your... Uh-oh. Paimon's out of a job. Oh well. Paimon will just be a cheerleader instead.
Liyue Harbor looks very different from when I came last. It's almost as if I'm listening to the same melody, but with a richer timbre and new variations added.
Well, we are here during Lantern Ride after all. It only comes once a year, so they always have a big celebration. It's fair to say that this time of year is when Liyue Harbor looks the prettiest.
Great! Let's go and check it out. I can't wait to get into the city and see it all up close for myself. The streets are breathtaking. Smiles and laughter everywhere I look. It's contagious. I can almost feel the music in the air. I have the urge to start waving my conductor's baton.
I'm glad that you're enjoying the city.
Hey everyone! Fancy meeting you all here. What a nice...
Hello, Xinyan. Let me introduce some new friends. They are...
Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak, right? I've known them all for quite a while.
When I was last here to advertise a Liyue stop for the Iridescence Tour, Xinyan was one of the few people willing to give me the time.
Well, feels like I've been chasing this Iridescence Tour bandwagon halfway around the world, but I keep getting stood up. What's going on, Mr. Dvorak?
I'm so sorry, Xinyan. We've had a string of terrible luck recently, and every time we...
Is that right? I guess it can't be helped. So, what brings you to Liyue Harbor at this time of year anyway? Thinking of putting on a music festival during the Lantern?
A Lantern-Rite music festival? Yes, please!
No, I'm actually here on personal business this time.
Oh, so no Lantern-Rite music festival?
I mean, that's not just up to me. Hosting a music festival takes a lot of funding and personnel. Moreover, I've never worked with the Liyue authorities before. Even if I were...
Wait, but we're going to meet the Liyue Qixing, aren't we? And that's right. Miss Keqing and Miss Ningguang can make anything happen.
You mean...
This is the perfect opportunity! Well, sure, it might not work out, but it can't hurt to bring it up as a suggestion. That's the spirit! See, even the Traveler agrees with me. As for the performers, I can put you in touch with some local artists. My friend Yunjin is a well-known opera singer in Liyue. With her...
But what about you, Xinyan? Are you just going to sit this one out?
What do you take me for? If we actually manage to make the Iridescence Tour Lantern-Rite Grand Concert a reality, you think I'd let anyone else perform the opening act?
Wow! There's that rock and roll spirit!
What do you say, Mr. Dvorak?
Okay. I'll give it a shot. But the opening act is not something to be chosen lightly, Xinyan.
Are you kidding? I thought you'd never ask. Whew, guess my shopping time's getting cut short. I'm gonna head back right away and start working on this. Yao Yao, if you run into your senior on the way to the Qixing, please send her my regards.
Okay, I promise I will. Good luck with your music, You've got this, Xinyan! So about the senior of yours Xinyan mentioned just now, is that any... Yes, it's Xiangling. She's mentioned you two before. Xiangling's always thinking about cooking. Whenever she gets scrapes or burns, she just leaves them to heal by themselves. She definitely needs someone around her to look after her. I know you must have looked out for her a lot too in the time you've known her. So, thank you for that. Oh, it's Master! Is it okay if I go and say hi to her?
Oh, calm down now, dear. I'm not about to run off anywhere. Not...
I haven't seen you in days, Master! I've missed you.
Oh, bless you, Yao Yao. You do say the sweetest thing. Ah, look who it is. Visiting friends during the Lantern-Rite, are we?
You're half right, Madam Ping. We were also trying to help out Mr. Dvorak over.
Hello, ma'am. I am a musician from Fontaine and an organizer of the
Master! The Iridescence Tour is a super famous music festival!
Oh, an old lady like me wouldn't know much about that sort of thing. A music festival, you say?
Oh, right! Madam Ping, how would you feel about that? You're an elder of Liyue, and you know all about Liyue's cultural tradition. For example, do you think it might be a bit too modern?
Why, not at all. Music pays homage to history and culture, and it can also be a bridge between different times change, and the music enjoyed by the youngsters of today is no doubt very different from the tunes I was accustomed to in my youth. And so, I look forward to it immensely.
Hear, hear. I do believe that, my own dear grandmother aside, you are the wise...
goodness gracious. You're all being suspiciously sweet today. Yao Yao, whatever have you been feeding them?
Master, you're in such a great mood today. Here.
Oh, well, I'm sure you must have plenty to be getting on with, yes?
Thanks, Madam Ping. We'll see you again soon.
And when you meet with the Ministry of Civil Affairs, please remind them that the festivities are not—
Understood, Miss Ganyu. I'll take my leave now.
Ganyu!
What brings you here, Yao Yao?
I've brought all the medicine you asked me to pick for you. Oh, and here's a pack of sweet flower seeds as well. Also, these dried chingshin leaves make a great pot of tea that's very good for you. I know you've had a lot to deal with at work recently, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard. If you're not careful, you'll end up falling asleep and— Well, this is weird. It's like a responsible younger sister talking to their disorganized older sister.
Thank you, but Paimon's criticism is quite valid. I do have a tendency to neglect matters outside of work, and that's something I should improve on. Oh, my apologies. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Ah, Paimon will do the honors. What's wrong? Did Paimon go over everything? It's definitely an ambitious plan. If there's anything you didn't quite catch, Paimon's more than happy to go over it.
It may be a little—
Oh?
Well, the Lantern Rite is the most important festival of the year. Our celebrations must not— The Iridescence Tour is relatively unknown in Liyue. It's difficult to predict how a brand new show will be received. It would be quite risky for us to bet everything on this one music festival.
All very valid points.
Therefore, we will not replace or cancel any of our pre-existing program. However, some live music will certainly add to the festive atmosphere on the night of the Lantern Rite. As for the venue— Yes, my thoughts precisely. Now I just need to take some time to give this proposed— As long as I clearly lay out the pros and cons, and highlight the key points of the proposal, Mr. Dvorak, I will need to discuss with you the number of musicians who will be coming to Liyue.
Oh, yes, certainly.
As soon as there's work to do, Ganyu says— I couldn't agree more. Master once said that everyone has things that they are good at and things that they are— I'm good at taking care of people, so that can be left to me. Wow. Hey, Yao-Yao, can you take care of Paimon too? I'm afraid my backpack's empty now, but if you let me know what you left apart from lotus flower crisp— Anything sweet, and anything that's made from slime.
Here's what I've drafted so far. Anything else you want to add?
No, this is excellent.
Perfect. Then we'll leave it as is. I'll go make an official copy. Oh, perfect timing. We were just wrapping up our discussion. Not at all. Every second counts for a complex proposal such as this. I will inform the— Yao Yao, thank you for bringing my herbs. I will make sure to take them.
Remember to make tea from them first, Ganyu.
I will.
Okay, I should be getting back. If Yao-Yao stays out for too long, Mom and Dad will be worried sick. Everyone, I'm sure that the music festival will go off without a hitch, so—
Thank you, Yao Yao. Happy—
We should go get dinner together sometime!
Greetings, traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak. Call me Kuching. Ganyu has brought me up to speed on everything. I'll get The Qixing have approved Ganyu's proposal. Over the next few days, I will be working.
Yay! That's awesome!
Please. The Qixing have a duty to deal with. On a more personal note, I am an avid supporter of. As such, it is my privilege to work with you on this
Thank you so much, I'd become quite discouraged after our recent failures and would... Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined this going so smoothly. It's like a dream come true. Right. Time for me to call in the performers.
Yes! Our music band's fun!
Yes, indeed. I know exactly what I'm doing from here. For a musician, music will always be the language they are most fluent in. Oh, that. Well, that can wait for another time.
Oh,
Ganyu? What's wrong?
they told me all about Mr. Dvorak's situation, but I was so engrossed in drafting the proposal that I forgot all about it.
Oh, that's quite all right. I don't even know what the person I'm trying... Don't worry about me, Ganyu. Your time and energy are needed elsewhere. I'm sure you already have plenty to...
Thanks. It was just that I had a few initial thoughts when I heard your story. For instance, to tell you the truth, Mr. Dvorak, I am somewhat related to the Adepti myself. I know how important your quest to get in touch with your roots must be to you, because I've...
Did you say the Adepti? And you're illuminated beast? Part Qilin? Are you telling me all the rumors of the Liyue Adepti are real? So it's not just artistic license?
You bet they're real! Trying to track them down is tough, though. Like Julian Karst itself. There's nothing specifically stopping you from going there, but getting...
Yes. Anyway, if you're looking to uncover a lost melody or shine light on a... But if it's a person you're looking for...
I see. I think I understand the situation now.
Yes, that was also my thought.
Great. So Mr. Dvorak and I will concentrate on things here in the city to make sure the concert goes according to plan. In the meantime, how's your workload at the moment?
I can probably get through everything in 2 days, as long as I don't sleep.
Wait, what do you mean as long as I don't sleep? Even for someone with illuminated beast blood in their veins, working
Somehow that does not sound persuasive.
be it but 3 moons from the start. Even I know the important...
In that case,
All right, I can work with that.
if you have the time, would you join? You're well known to many of the Adepti, and... Okay, then let's meet back here in 3...
Watch this space, Mr.
You're all so...
Just think. Imagine if we found the Adeptus lady, or one of her descendants, and it'd be such a happy reunion. And that's
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna pull out all the stuff...
We should probably get going. Mr. Dvorak, could you come with me to confirm the site?
Ooh, we're coming to you!
I was wondering, what are your thoughts on music? What does it mean to you?
Music sounds...
Reduced to just standing around.
Truth be told, the question of what music means to people is one that I've been pondering for quite some time. Let's revisit this question after the concert.
Lady Yuhang?
Baiwen, what is it?
Per Lady Ningguang's orders, I've been gathering intelligence outside. I am told that a strange melody was heard somewhere along the coast. But I'm worried that if we don't act right away,
I understand. In that case,
Yeah, Kuching, you're busy enough as it is. There's a ton of different things in the city that leave it to us. Don't worry.
With the traveler on the case, thank you. This will be a...
Will do. And say hi to Ningguang for us.
You have my thanks too. Stay...
Good luck.
said the strange tune was coming from around here, right? But Paimon doesn't hear anything.
I was just wondering who in their right mind would come out to a place like this.
Yeon! How'd you sneak up on us like that?
You look pretty alive to me. Can't have spooked you.
Fair enough.
Ah, you're here for that too? Saves me a bit of explaining. Come with me. I've already reconned the perimeter, so we should be...
The stuff by the door is in pretty good condition, though. It can't have been too... This place is completely empty. There's... The doors and the windows are all... How strange. It looks like it's been looted. The bad guys could have sneaked in while the owner was gone, but...
Seems you've done a pretty thorough inspection. So, any theories on...
Yeon, you didn't hide some of the evidence from...
Why would I make this more difficult for you?
Okay, well...
What about you? Give up as well? Your instincts are pretty good. Or perhaps it's not instinct. The strange melody is one of the few people... Let me share a folk story with you. A long time ago, there used to be a group of bandits in the Liyue countryside who would sound a horn every time they were about to raid a village. But it wasn't a rallying cry to rouse their fellow men. It was a disconcerting tune, meant to intimidate the weak and warn them of their impending doom. To escape with their lives, the villagers would abandon their homes and flee overnight, taking only their most valuable belongings with them. The bandits were eventually brought to justice, but the fear and trauma remained in the villagers' hearts. Whenever they heard that melody, they would feel like their lives were in danger once again, and flee. The culprit of this crime exploited that very fear to get access to this house without having to force their way in.
That's quite the story.
The victims obviously will have gotten quite a fright, but at least they won't be in any great danger. The important thing now is to find this copycat criminal. On any other day, that'd probably be a... Take a look around and you'll see what I mean. This criminal is clearly well-versed both in using... Not only did they stay off the muddy road to avoid leaving footprints, it looks like they were also careful not to bring any gadgets with so much as... Unfortunately for them, I'm one of the best trackers in the business. They're not about to get away with their little scheme on my watch.
So basically, if we want to find the culprit...
As long as you can keep up. Since the culprit's trying to be cautious and low risk, I'll bet they left through an area with some vegetation for cover, but not... Here, look at this. These tracks are superficial, but they definitely didn't occur naturally. Something heavy was being dragged this way, meaning we're headed in the right direction. Their pace has increased. Normally, people carrying a heavy load slow down as their journey goes on and they start to tire. Whatever's motivating them to speed up must be psychological. For instance, reaching the home stretch.
There they are! Look! A treasure hoarder tent! Ugh, not the treasure hoarders again! And so close to ride, too!
Come on, let's round him up.
Boring. Useless. Hey, who are you?
The evidence is conclusive. Okay, confess and we'll go easy on you.
You kidding me? You think I'm scared of you?
Perhaps not, but...
Curses. Seems like you're not all talk after all. There's no going back now. Better up my game. Mercy! Have mercy!
Oh, it's a little late for that. I've come this far, I might as well...
I surrender! I surrender, please! I'll do whatever you say!
Tell us everything. You have one chance. And I'm warning you. Don't make me ask twice.
I won't, I swear. You know, so... Lantern Right's nearly here, and I know I'm with the treasure hoarders and everything, but I don't really have any kind of experience with robbing people.
Wow, you're really going to complain to us about...
No, not at all. I'm just telling it how it is.
Okay. Continue.
I racked my brains trying to think of what I could do. And eventually, I remembered something from back when I was a kid. The bandits would blow their horn, and my grandma would grab us kids and run. I remember the tune, so I figured I'd try it for myself. I mean, just to see what would happen. But they did. And they just left all their stuff right there for the taking. It was completely wrong of me. I know that now. I'll return everything that I...
Give you a chance, huh? Sounds to me like you'd rather strike some kind...
Yes?
You know how to bargain, I'll give you that. It's just a pity that you'll have to take a walk with me. Once we've returned the goods, we'll find the owner of the house, and you can...
Yeah.
You know, as a former victim of this kind of crime yourself, I doubt anyone understands the fear. Does your greed matter more to you than your fear? More to the point, if you can play a tune from memory...
You mean...
That's enough hints for you. There's not much left to wrap up, so I'll take it...
What is it?
I'm still not sure how you first got your hands on this information. So play it safe when you get back. Don't mention to any... You helped a lot with the investigation and arrest anyway, so it's perfectly fair for you to get all the credit. Just take it. It works better for me, too. See you when I see you. And happy Lantern Right.
Leon's such a pro at this. With her taking it from here, it's as good as resolved. Whoosh! Random event, a strict... Although, it's kind of a shame that we never got that treasure, right? How could anyone not be? When we were chatting with Mr. Dvorak, music seemed like such a and most music is, right? It can help us relax, feel all warm and fuzzy. Paimon never imagined that music could be used to commit crimes. Oh, really? Huh. Well, anyway, now that everything's resolved, let's get back to Leo.
The rain stopped. I don't... Useless! Worthless!
Byron, we're back! Everything's all sorted!
That's great news. Oh, please wait here a moment if you...
My greetings to both of you. Long time no see.
No need to be so formal with us, Ningguang. We've known each other.
On the contrary, I think it is those that I have known. Alas, on a different day, I would invite both of you but you're quite right. Trivial matters aside, there's no. Once the performance itself is over, we'll then need to invite the representatives of the iridescence. Simply put, there will always be work to do.
Oh, you're already thinking that far?
Well, we can discuss more current affairs if you'd prefer. I trust you saw this year's Mingxiao lantern at the docks when you arrived at the city?
Yeah, it looked like a goose. Which Adeptus is it modeled on this time?
Sea Gazer. I believe you're familiar. Legend holds that he was free-spirited and easygoing. People described him as a cheerful soul and a loyal friend. On this marvelous lantern rite, we pray that the fallen heroes may be guided home. If the sound of music can flow like the rivers and streams into every corner of the land, perhaps the souls of those who have gone before us will hear the song of a new era.
Oh, they're gonna love them. Paimon's sure of it. At least, if the guy you mentioned is anything to go by, the Adept...
Well, let's hope so. I heard that you'll be going on a search with Ganyu to find the descendants of a I'm sure this quest to uncover the truth behind an ancient story will turn into a most charming tale.